Hello and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. First off, I just want to say thank you so much for your inquiry on one of our vehicles. The purpose of this vehicle is going to be to give you a full video walk around, presentation of the features and benefits, but also a full condition report so you know exactly what you're having a look at, and we should be able to answer any questions you have about the vehicle throughout this video. Starting at the front, it is the GLX-R, so this is the top of the range. The colour is ironbark. It's like a cross between a brown and a grey. It's actually really good in the sunlight. Hopefully the camera is going to be able to catch a bit of the metallic through it. Really comes out shining nicely in that sunlight. Being the GLX-R, it does have your fog lights at the front, colour-coded wheel arch trims. Does have the honeycomb style grille and the big Mitsubishi badge in the middle. Overall, for the kilometres the car's done, it's pretty tidy. Does have a few stone chips just across the front, but these have been touched up. And one tiny little dent just on the edge of that guard. We obviously haven't been able to pull that one. Moving down the side, looking along the side of the car, it's actually very tidy. No obvious big dents or scratches. Does have the GLX-R alloy wheels, which are a 17-inch style rim, and very good Bridgestone jeweler tyres. When you have a look at how much tread is on these, not far from new by the look of it. They have been changed from having a indicator in the guard here to having this nice little decal, and then the indicators are moved up into the chrome backed mirror. And with the later model GLX-Rs, they went away from the flat side step and went for these tubular looking ones, which go really nicely with the body lines of the Triton itself. The GLX-R also gets your privacy glass on the back windows. If you want to, you can put a clear heat shield for UV protection, and then darkest legal tint on the front to make those ones match up. And as you can see, this car's got a lot of accessories down this back side. So first thing you'll note is the canopy. It is an Ironman 4x4 canopy, which does have the crossover roof rails and the Ironman roof rack on the top. Perfect for any of your work needs, and also camping. You want to take tents and things like that away, you can chuck them up and tie them up there. And by the look of it, it's sitting a little bit higher in the back. It's had a Petters leaf spring upgrade there as well. Again, just a benefit if you are carrying a little bit more weight in the back or going away. It does have the rear mud flap fitted there as well. Benefit of this is it'll stop any of the stones coming up under here and scratching all your paintwork at the back of the tub. The back of the car here, you'll see GLX-R's got the rear step, which makes it easy for standing up onto to get up to that roof rack. Also been fitted with your square hitch tow bar there as well. And then inside the canopy, you are going to find a genuine Mitsubishi Motors tub liner. These are pretty much indestructible, and when they get fitted, you'll see that they cut holes in the plastic tub on the side to make sure your tie down points are still more than accessible. Little bit of scratching just over top of the tailgate here, which you are going to come to get, but ultimately with the kilometres and year of the car, nothing that would stop you purchasing. Coming around to this side, again much the same as you saw on the other side. Maybe a couple of very fine marks just on the side of the tub here, but again nothing that would stop anyone from being happy with the quality of the vehicle. Again, another great tyre, no damage around that rim, unmarked there. And again, most of this is just leftover polish from the detail we've just had done as it came into stock. GLX-R also gets the chrome door handles, and an important thing to note about the Triton is this body line here. When you look at a lot of other dual cab utes, they are straight down here, which means that second row seat has to be very vertical and the base of it is very straight like that, making it pretty uncomfortable for the passengers in the back. When you open up the door, you'll note the incline of the back of that seat is actually laid nice back, and then the base of the seat actually has an upward incline. So that actually promotes more room in the back and also more comfort for the people in the second row. Overall, very clean car. Just touching on the interior, we'll head in there shortly. Genuine Triton carpet floor mats. Previous owner obviously wanted to look after that, and going by the trim, been very, very well looked after in there as well. Again, last couple of panels on this side, doors in good nick. Alloy wheel here is unmarked, again with a great tyre on the front. And again, overall, you have to say the previous owner of this car's definitely looked after this one very, very well. So being the MN GLX-R 2013, you will find a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine in here. This has been around for a long time. The MN Triton came out in 2009. It's when they first brought it out, and it ran all the way through to 2015. So a very tried and trusted 2.5 litre engine. Puts out a very impressive 131 kilowatts of power and has 400 newton meters of torque. So that combined with the 5-speed manual gearbox will give you a towing capacity of 2.5 tonne or 2,500 kilos. It's also got a 75 litre fuel tank, and with all that combined, it will use an average of around 8.3 litres per 100 k's of diesel, and given the fuel tank size, an average of around 900 k's per tank, depending on how many people you might have and how you choose to drive. Obviously dip down a bit if you are towing every day, but the point being it's a large dual cab 4x4 that is still very fuel efficient to drive, and again you've got that trusted 2.5 litre Mitsubishi engine in there. Sitting inside the Triton now, we'll give you a full rundown of all the interior features this one has to offer. Starting on the driver's side, you've got power windows to all 4 doors. That driver's window is an automatic down, not up. In behind the steering wheel on the dash there, you've got left and right power mirrors, and you've also got the fold-in function. So this is really handy to fold these in when you park the car, say at the supermarket. Stops people bumping them or scratching them. And you've also got your ESP stability control, which can be turned off if you are in that off-roading situation. You need a little bit of that wheel slip there as well. Got fog light controls, headlight controls, as well as your indicators here on the right hand stalk, and then you've got your wiper controls over this side on the left hand stalk. It is a leather bound steering wheel, showing a little bit of wear around it, but par for the course in the age of the car. On the steering wheel itself, just a little bit of colour also worn off the right hand side. It is a gloss finish, so as you use those buttons or hold the steering wheel, it might wear a little bit there. Do have cruise control on the right hand side. Do have your stereo controls on the left hand side, as well as your Bluetooth controls down here on the bottom of the wheel. You do have the up and down adjustment on the steering wheel, so depending on how tall you are able to adjust that to suit. And then as you can see behind the steering wheel, it does have a very easy to read dash layout. Rev tacho there on the left with your speedo in the middle. It does have your 4-wheel drive icon in there. As you can see, the 2 back wheels are lit up at the moment, so we're just in 2-wheel drive, and as you go through the 4-wheel drive system, it'll lock in and light up the wheels that are in motion. Fuel gauge showing that the filler is on the left hand side of the car, and your temperature gauge there as well, being cold because we're just sitting on idle recording this video. Done just under 140,000 Ks, and overall still presenting very, very well for the age and Ks. Moving through to the middle, you'll see it does have the small LED display at the top. It's got a heap of different information opportunities up here. So outside temperature, it's got the clock, it's got your compass, got the the clock, the outside temperature, and then elevation. It's got a number of things, barometer, date, and then if you want to, you can turn it all off to nothing. Okay, distance to empty, and etc. So bit of traffic going on, not sure if you can hear all the horns outside, but moving back to the middle here, we have our air conditioning controls. Good thing about the GLX-R, it does come with auto climate control, so that means you can set a specific temperature. Let's say you want it at 22 degrees, move the fan speed to auto, and the car will automatically adjust your temperature and the fan speed to get the vehicle to 22 degrees, and then just keep it running and leave it at that temperature. Direction of air over this side, and then the temperature of air on the right hand side with your hazard lights there as well. Got the radio down the bottom. It is an MP3 compatible CD player in there as well, and underneath there you've got your 12-volt power outlet, and the GLX-R has actually got a wind down rear windscreen, obviously sort of nullified by the fact this one's got the canopy on there. 5-speed manual gearbox, top of the gear stick there showing a little bit of wear, but you can still see the H pattern on there. If we do flick it into reverse, the previous owners also fitted a reverse camera up into the rear vision camera, and really good spot because you can see clearly where that tow bar is, so great for allocating the space between you and whatever you might be towing. Down next to the gear stick you have your four-wheel drive controls. Obviously, as you can see by the indicator on the dash, we're in 2H. You've got 4H and you've got 4H lock, and then you've got 4 low. So you can go four-wheel driving, off-road, serious. Four-wheel driving is 4 low, and then the 4H is going to be basically you're really wet driving. If you feel a little bit of slipping on the road from the rear wheel drive, you can flick it up into 4H, and that will allow you to drive with all 4 wheels, giving traction on the road and a little bit of a safer drive. Twin cup holders in the middle there, along with your handbrake handle, and then they've got the center console, which has got the center top tray, which I really like for separating, you know, your wallet or cards or keys or anything you might need. And then in here you'll find another 12-volt power socket down in there as well. The GLX-R, you will find it's got dark grey carpets as well as a dark grey seating interior with the little white pattern throughout the middle, and it's got the two-tone colour dash. So the top of the dash is dark, which is great because it doesn't reflect up onto your windscreen, and then the lower part of the dash is a lighter grey, which breaks it up and suits in nicely with the doors as well. Overall, the interior of the car is actually very clean. Seating, carpets obviously protected by the carpet floor mats anyway, but the hood lining and everything included is very, very tidy. In terms of airbags, the car does have 6 airbags. It's got one in the steering wheel, one on the dash, and then it's got airbags up on the curtain, which will come down from the top of the windows and protect your head in a side impact. It's also got side impact airbags, which are in the seat, and they protrude forward to protect the side of the person in case of an accident there. In terms of the service history of the car, guys, it is very well serviced. It was a privately owned vehicle, and all the servicing's been done at the same pretty much independent workshop. First one was done at Knox Mitts, and then as you can see there, it's been serviced pretty much every 15,000 Ks as per the logbook, as it should have been, all the way across. 100,000 Ks, it's noted here, and there's a sticker under the bonnet there as well. Timing belt was replaced in 2018, and we've just done an intermediate service on the car at 138,000 Ks as well. So you can rest assured you're not due for a service straight after picking up the vehicle. And it also has the 2 factory remote central locking keys and a number of keys there for the locks on the canopy as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our walk around video presentation of our 2013 Mitsubishi Triton GLX-R. Hope you found this video to be helpful and informative, and as you can see, it is a great quality vehicle. A little bit more about us just before I go. My name is Wayne Simmons. I'm the used vehicle manager here at Berwick Mitsubishi. Have been lucky enough to work with the owners here, a family owned and run business for nearly 11 years. And our reputation is really growing by the day. If you look us up on Google, you'll find we've got 4.8 out of 5-star rating with over 800 Google reviews from our customers all over Australia, which should give you some assurance that you will be buying a great quality vehicle from the right people, and you'll be dealing with me personally any day of the week. The other thing we do have on offer here is our premium mechanical protection plan. This will give you an additional 5 years of mechanical cover for this vehicle, up to 200,000 Ks, unlimited claims, and up to $3,000 per individual claim, with up to 10 years of premium roadside assistance, including towing as well. It does come at an extra fee, but if you are also looking at financing this vehicle, Julie or Mario, one of our business managers, will be happy to tailor something suited to your needs and be able to show you how much that additional plan, only a small bump on the payment per week. We'd love the opportunity to tell you a little bit more about that, so please don't hesitate in calling on 9907 0555 to either book a test drive or do what nearly 50% of our customers do now, secure the vehicle subject to driving and come down and pick it up on the same day. We'd love to talk to you more about that and speak with you soon.